Hello everybody, this is Freddy with Freddy Can Fly, and today's video is going to be a special one for you guys. We're going to do a review video on the Align Trex 800. As you can see, I've got sitting behind me here this massive beast of a machine, and I just wanted to go over kind of like my build strategies, what I think of the overall kit, and also this one was provided to me by a good friend of mine. His name's Holden Matthias. I've been doing a lot of build work for him lately, but he wanted to make this, what's what I want to use, sort of like a trophy heli, if you will. So we did some added extra features, kind of went outside of the norm, and spiced this build up just a little bit, guys, just to make it a little on the edge. So I really think you'll enjoy some of the new features. Let's go ahead and take a look at the machine, and we'll go over some of those added extras we threw in there, and kind of go over my build strategies and what I think of the overall kit. So, okay, so taking a look first off, I do apologize for the lighting. I know it's a little dark, but there's going to be a reason for that. The stock Canopy, basically, guys, comes really nice. Nowadays, Align is doing such a great job with some of their Canopy features. Back in my younger years, you used to have to pay extra for a paint scheme this dramatic and this detailed. So, looks really good. Although I will say this is not going to be the Canopy that is lined up for the heli. The gentleman who owns this is going to be going with more of a red and black and chrome theme, so he did order a custom painted Canopy, I believe from Canopy, and you know, I was really excited to hear that he was going to get the Freddy Can Fly logo on it, so I'm pretty stoked about that. So, but even still, it's good to have a backup. The stock Canopy is just a great looking Canopy. Actually, with the Canopy on, it almost doubles the size of this heli. So overall, guys, stock Canopy and just the finished look, obviously this is what you see when you fly. The heli looks great. It's a great looking heli. So let's go ahead and pop the Canopy off. Let's take a look at the internal workings. Okay, so as far as the insides of the heli goes, I mean, the 800 is basically a Trex 700 with for the most part just a larger capacity battery tray and of course the newer style skids. Other than that, the layout of this thing's almost identical. Now on this newer DFC PRO kit, of course, you're running this the new Align Dominator motor, which is a great motor. This thing puts out some insane power, but then again, it is a large machine. And it's really cool because with the cool decals on the motor, you know, the servo's got the red heat sinks to match. You've got this new integrated Align stiffener plate, and then also there is a little stiffener bracket that goes, I'm not sure if you guys can see it there, goes right behind the motor. Yeah, there it is right there. And it really helps stiffen just the overall rigidity of the frames. You're supporting a lot of torque with this Dominator motor. So I was really impressed with that. Obviously, we're running the slanted helical gears on both main and the tail drive gear, which is really nice. This heli's actually quieter than you would think for it being in the class that it is. Now, Holden, the owner of this machine, wanted to go, as I said, all red and black. So he took the time to order some extra stuff. We blinged it out with the cool red capped screws. Tried to keep it all straight with the red zip ties, things of that nature. Stock Align, I believe these are 5,000 or 5,200 milliamp packs, 45C discharge. Put out some pretty decent power for an 800 class. We decided to go with the Griffon Regulator. Since we are running high voltage servos, the Griffon Regulator allows me to supply the right amount of voltage to my fly wireless unit, which we are running the AR7200BX Beast X system. It is factory recommended to run 5.2, no higher than 5.2 volts to this. I do know guys that run a pack straight in 7.4 with no issues, but to play it safe, the Griffon Regulator lets me supply 5.2 here, but anywhere between 4 to 8 volts here, which is really nice. So servos operate at their proper current, and we are running it off of just a straight 2-cell, I believe it's a 1900 milliamp Hyperion pack. Plugins are here, as you see. You plug that in, Griffon turns on, everything else boots up, and the system runs nice and cool. Nothing overheats, and we get no power surges, anything of that nature. So overall, that's just the standard basics of the build. Obviously, let's see if we can move these. God, this thing's so massive, it's just hard to maneuver on the bench. Taking a look at this side, this did come stock with the Castle 160 high voltage ESC. It's a 12 cell ESC, and to me this is the most optimal mounting position for this ESC on this model. Same with the 700, but the issue with the 160 is it's so big, and it's got these back plates on top and on bottom. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, and this thing just it would not fit in straight. It wanted to angle in, and so I did have to do some modifying here. And as you guys can see, basically what I did is I cut the frame, well, this little nose piece. I had to cut a piece out here, and then coming along to the front, let's see if we can get this on camera for you here. With the magnet, I did have to drill a hole and fasten the magnet here, and then also I dremeled out the slots here for the capacitors because they were binding there. So a little bit of modifying, but you'll notice that ESC sits nice and flush, really straight, and it kind of tucks right away in there. And I think overall looks nice and clean. EC5s for the connectors, obviously, and I basically went with the Y harness straight off the ESC. That way my two packs can pull out nice and easy, and also charge and balance from the front. A lot of guys are doing that nowadays. And you know, that's basically it, guys. I mean, obviously you've got the newer style tail. I think we've all seen the tail enough times to kind of know what it looks like. But really nice upgraded tail, the new plastic molding on the tail fin, and of course we're rocking the new style Align blades, which I really like the look of these. They resemble the Radix blades, which are my favorite. Now, with that aside, so that's the basic build. Some of those cool extra features we were talking about earlier. One of those features is going to be is Holden wanted to make this be able to play music. So when you're out at the field and you're not flying, you can have it sitting down, playing some tunes while you're cruising around, or just to overall show off, because who the hell has a stereo system on their helicopter, really? So what we did was we decided to get this little speaker box here, which I believe this is an iHome at-home speaker system, and using a couple different techniques, epoxy and Velcro, I was able to fasten the speakers expanded. They do produce some pretty good bass, and I mean they're hard mounted on there. If you guys have seen my test flight video, I'm actually flying with the speakers on, not playing music, but just mounted, and they don't go anywhere. On top of that, this is kind of cool. We've got the iPod Touch. It's a little nano mounted on top here. And so essentially all you really got to do is you'll come over here to your speakers. One turns on here, and let's see if I can get down over here to turn this other one on. Other one turns on right there. Cool little blue lights for some added effects. Play some tunes for you. And so that makes the overall physique of the heli pretty neat, if you will. And these speakers go pretty loud, trust me guys. If I start to up in the volume, they get loud real quick. And so other than that, one other added effect we wanted to go for was just some cool lightings, but not too much. It's not designed for night flying, mainly for on the bench once again. So what we decided to do was we thought it'd be cool if we could light up the battery compartment down here. So using a small battery, you can actually come right along to the front. Let me get some light over here real quick. Get a lamp over here, sorry guys. And basically what's going to happen here is by installing the battery down here, and yes, this one you probably, you can't really leave this fastened into the heli. There's a little spring-loaded mechanism right here, and then you can close your Velcro strap. Now that right there lights up the bottom compartment of the packs. Looks pretty cool, plus you can see it with the canopy on. Moving on, I've installed a 12-volt battery pack here, and we've also strapped on some, get that connected here, hang on one second. We've strapped on some, it's kind of hard to do with one hand, some single strobe LEDs, basically just little LED lights, if you will, and we thought it'd be nice to just light it up ever so gently, just so it kind of throws out a little bit of extra flare. So what we decided to do is we've got one mounted right underneath the motor. You guys can see that in there. Okay. and it just really illuminates that whole pinion section. It's really cool. You've got the Dominator motor, and with that Dominator on there, you know, we figured why not go with red lights. Red lights are going to look the coolest. Let's go ahead and play you guys another song here while we're kind of chatting. Okay, and also I thought it'd be cool to have a directional coming out. So this is actually going to kind of blind you a little bit, but you'll notice this strobe here. Coming from the top, you'll see that it actually is on the outside of the frame. And that one shines out. So that's a pretty cool, neat effect also. So if we cruise over to this side, it's going to have the same setup. Let's go ahead and flick the lamp off for a minute. You'll see even on this side, we've got that motor illuminated. Pinion shines, it's really cool. Bottom tray lights up, and then we've got that directional light coming out here, which even from back here, kind of still shines out. You can kind of see it laser beaming across the room. So really cool effect. Plus on the bench, you know, you've got the blue from the speaker. So sorry. And overall, guys, besides the cool extra features on there, I mean, it's still an 800. It still flies just as well. But as I said before, Holden, who owns this machine, I mean, this is an 800. It doesn't get any bigger and better than this. So he really wanted to make it something special, and I really hope I was able to capture that for you, Holden. I hope you love this video. Overall, I mean, this one's going to be a really hard one to send back. I've enjoyed this heli so much. It's been a blast to build, and the end result, man, some of these features are features I wish I could have on my own machine, especially the music system. And anyone who likes this idea, give it a thumbs up. I know it's silly, I know it's way far out there, and it's kind of useless on a machine that you're banging around, but at the same time, it's kind of way too cool to not like. So thumbs up on this one, guys. Holden, I hope you enjoy this 800 as much as I have. Thank you very much for the chance to do this build, and remember, my man, if Freddy can fly, so can you. Have a good one.